visit some brother out on my call. This is the moment you're meant to know.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, I'm going to do a reading slash a recap real quick before getting into the reading about what's going on with Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau, the former Prime Minister of Canada, which I'm going to get into about why Canada's a bit important today. But I digress. So some things that I learned about doing some research with Katy Perry and Justin, just looking at their background before I jump into their reading. One thing that they do have in common is the fact that Katy Perry was in a relationship for 10 plus years with Orlando Bloom. So that is something that she can connect with Justin, because he was with his wife for 18 years. Now, 10 years compared to like almost 20 years is a huge difference twice, but it's still the fact of that long-term commitment and the ups and downs that you have to go through to make it to 10 years. Just that if you could do, like they say, if you could do 10 years, you could do another 10 more. So that's exactly what I see there. However, that doesn't seem to be the case for Justin and his ex-wife Sophia, which I was actually curious about. I think Katy Perry just might like her men just a bit older than her, because Orlando Bloom was 31. Hold up. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Orlando Bloom was 7 years older than Katy Perry while they were dating. Well, he still would have been 7 years older than her. So then I was just like, okay, well, what's the age difference? Because while I was looking up some news articles, some people wanted to claim that the Prime Minister of Canada, the ex-Prime Minister of Canada, is going through a midlife crisis. And I'm like, well, to be through a midlife crisis, you have to be like in your 50s or like close approaching. I'm like, isn't Katy in her 30s? So then I did a little bit of digging. Katy Perry is 40 and he is 53. That makes a 13-year difference between them. So she went from 7 years older to 13 years older. So that's why I said I think she has a thing for older men. So I wanted to see, do they share that in common? They don't. They don't. Sophia or Sophie was just 3 years younger than him. So I don't know. Maybe you could say he liked his women younger than him. If you want to look at it that way, that's a hard stretch. But that was just some food for thought out there. Some other things is that I think they've hard launched their relationship at this point, like confirmed that they are in a relationship, because you know why? That's exactly why I'm here today, to show off these pictures. Oops, sorry. Look at that. Look at that. Hard launch a relationship. Oh, no. Not even more. Now, I'm not sure, because I thought I saw a video of them kissing. I was going to play it on here, but I wasn't sure if it was AI generated, because, it's a bit grainy, but all the photos are a bit grainy, but it was a bit grainy, and the way they was motioning and moving, I was like, I don't know. So because of that, I'm not playing it here, but I don't know. It did say that they was kissing on the boat. And even more importantly, that hand is grabbing all of Katy Perry. So because of that, they are definitely feeling vibing with each other, enjoying their relationship. And if they want to hard launch their relationship this way without having to say straight up that they're in a relationship, then this is the way to do it. This is the way to do it, because now people are convinced that you guys are in a relationship. It's been July, August, September, October. That's a good 4 months. At this point, you guys have to be in a relationship, especially if we're seeing this. Nothing wrong with that. But they're showing us more PDA. They've been seen out on more dinner dates. And here is a video that Katy, well, before I get too recent, these pictures were just taken, I think either on October 12th October 11th or October 10th. Why do you say that? Yeah, why do I say that? Because according to Google, Canadian Thanksgiving is October 13th. And Justin Trudeau was just recently seen. Oh, I didn't hold up. I have that picture on here on my phone. I meant to get that up for you guys as video proof and evidence. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. This is valuable information right here. Give me a second. Hold up. We getting there. Hold up. Wait a minute. All right. Okay. It's downloading. Did it download? Now it downloaded. Okay, there we go. All right. Here we go. Justin Trudeau was just recently seen with his ex-wife, Sophia. Now, they have said that they are working on a co-parenting relationship and that they are in a good spot when it comes to co-parenting. So that's great to see. And we see proof and evidence of that from October 13th of this year, celebrating Canadian Thanksgiving with their children. So because of that, and those photos of him and Katy Perry on the yacht was just a few days or the day before prior. So you see what's going on here. Justin Trudeau is truly living his life out here. He's got the co-parenting with his wife and he's got his relationship with Katy Perry. So because of that, something that I find even more interesting and I wanted to question is the fact that did Katy Perry actually in this clip, hopefully I can play it for you guys, confirm that she is in a relationship? Because as you will see in this video, this was just at her concert, I think yesterday or the day before, at least is the recording of this video. So this was after Canadian Thanksgiving and somebody was proposing to her. And of course, you know how Katy Perry is dramatic. But then she was just like, well, you should have asked me 48 hours ago. Why would somebody would have had to ask you that 48 hours ago, Katy Perry? Unless 48 hours ago you wasn't officially in a relationship or that you officially heart launched your relationship prior to 48 hours ago. So I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Okay. Not trying to advertise that company right there, but just putting this up here. Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
I heard you were single.
You heard I was single. Okay, that's interesting. Katy Perry, will you marry me? I couldn't read that high up. Are you kidding me? Not today! You know, you really should have asked me about 48 hours ago. I'm sorry.
Also, y'all tell me, did that not today come with some attitude? Like, are you serious? Today? You want me to get married today? Like, what? So anyway, I don't know. I found that a little bit cute, humorous. That's just Katy Perry and her humor. But I'm just going to jump right into a reading. Let's get that company off our screen. I'm just going to do a reading on Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau's relationship now that they are playing teasing games with us in the media. Let's just go and find out. Hold up. These cards need to be shuffled. Are they together? Are they not? Are they? Well, I mean, they are together, but are they officially like in a relationship to themselves? And it's just playing it coy with the media. And they both also what they have in common too, going back to their similarities and why I think that they have came together is because another thing that they have similar outside of the fact that they were in long-term relationships, very long-term relationships. They just recently got out of long-term relationships, like within the last 24 months, they have gotten out out of serious long-term relationships, and then they meet each other. Yeah, that's a whole lot. Yeah, she's a magician, and yeah, he's a politician. It's like, what do they have in common? Well, sometimes it's the fact that you guys just don't have anything in common that helps you guys see things differently. Because according to a source that I read online, they didn't name who the source is, but some source says that Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau, sorry, uh, and have a variety of like different kinds of conversations, and that's what they really like, the vast conversations that they can have with each other. Like nothing is off tables or off limits. They talk about anything and everything, even if it has commonality or differences. So because of that, they really seem to be enjoying the fact that they are so similar yet so different at the same time. And sometimes something like that is refreshing. It can open up your mind and eyes. But I digress. Let's pull a card to symbolize what is the energy for Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau. The Two of Swords. Let's see what surrounds that Two of Swords before I jump to conclusions here. At the very bottom, we have the Six of Cups. Interesting. In the past, we have the Mother of Wands. Interesting. In the head, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and to the future, we have the Eight of Wands. Two wands, one sword, one earth, one cup. Well, at least they have every element here. That's a great benefit for them. Every element means that everything is possible. You just got to make the concoction work in your favor. And they possibly can do that with this Two of Swords energy, which symbolizes a closed off energy. Now closed off from the world. Like they display their relationship, but they're not overly expressive with their relationship, where we are saying, God, can you please stop showing us your relationship? We're not there at all. Actually, in fact, they're hinting and teasing us, just giving us little teasers that we want more. So because of that, it shows you exactly how they are reserved when it comes to their relationship. They like to keep it down and low key. Like you see when they're in restaurants. Do I have another picture? I think I did. Hold up, guys. I did. Speaking of their first date that they went on, let me show you how low key they looked on that date. And I'll probably leave that picture up for a little bit. But because of that, they like to keep their relationship low key, not have too many people in it, not have too many people know about what's going on in their relationship. And that is a good way to preserve. Hold up. And that's a good way to preserve a relationship, is by keeping all the forces outside. And like we see in this picture here, you don't see security guards. You do not see them trying to gain attention. They look like just an ordinary couple on a date. You wouldn't think that's Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry chilling in a restaurant on a dinner date. You just would not think that just looking at this picture. So because of that, that's how low-key, reserved, and closed off they're trying to keep their relationship. They're not trying to have all the flashes and the extravaganzas. They just want to be like normal people in a sense. And weirdly enough, like I said before I got into the reading, at first I thought the Six of Cups energy was going to be reminiscing or feeling or missing the old kind of energy. Like I said, they both came out of long-term relationships. I mean, yes, maybe that could be the fact that they could just be missing the fact, not missing their relationship, but just missing the way that things used to flow. And now they have to get changed and adapted to a new way of how things flow. And for that, yes, they're taking their time, but also it could be something that is new and overwhelming and confusing. But the way I also see this card as I started off with this reading, it's just the fact that it's kind of refreshing. Think about the Six of Cups. I mean, literally, this tree is getting refreshed. It has its roots grounded in the foundation. This is a great card to have in the foundation, at least according to this deck, because you want your roots solid in the foundation of the ground where earth sustains. And right above that, what do we see? The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune means anything at this moment was in your favor. Just depends how you want it to flow, how you want it to go. However you choose to maneuver and steer your fate and destiny in the motion of your life is exactly how it's going to turn out. Now, maybe something might work in like divine intervention where it comes in just at the right nick of time in order to help you see a change, get healed, see something from a different perspective. And that's what I see exactly everything that's going on around Katy Perry. They both are taking it as a opportunity of we'll see where this is going, but also at the same time, their connection feels transcended in a way that they feel like there's something that they're both going to get out of it. Like they don't know, maybe they don't know like consciously, but intuitively. You know, when you get that little inkling feeling where like you look at a person and you're just like, you know what, it's something about this person that I'm drawn to, that I know that I want from this person, that they just got something I want, so you just get drawn to them. Well, that's exactly what I see that draws them together. And usually that drawing connection is something soul-ish. So what I see here in the past is the Mother of Wands. Now this could this could symbolize Katy Perry, or this could symbolize Justin Trudeau's ex-wife. But what we see here, I will say it's Katy Perry, because going right off in the same energy that we are today, how we ended up with a more reserved relationship is from Katy Perry's perspective and Katy Perry's past life experiences, not past life literary experiences, but past experiences in her life that influenced her today, is the Mother of Wands, being a bit more defensive when it comes to her relationship, not literally like the eggs. The eggs is the relationship. It's her baby. It's something that she doesn't want. Is something special about this. So because it's something special, it's something that she wants to treasure. And Justin could be feeling the same way. But because this is the mother and the feminine energy, I'm just going to assume that it's Katy Perry shining through this reading. We're at this moment. And because of that, being a little bit more recluse, a little bit more cautious, and not trying to jump too quickly in it, because when you jump too quickly and before you're ready, you can end up hurting yourself and hurting other people, which is something you don't want to do. So instead of doing that, think of it maturely and think of it rationally before going ahead and launching into it. And that's exactly the pace that I see that it comes to Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau. They don't want to jump in. So while those pictures may have looked spicy and looked like they getting it on, they could be, but they also don't want to flaunt that to the media and to the world, because we all know what happens when you do that. The most you can keep your relationship out of the media, the better, honestly, for celebrities. And Katy Perry maybe has learned that the hard way. And because Justin Trudeau comes from a different lifestyle, yes, he was in the public eye. He was a prime minister, but just the fact that maybe he wants a more recluse life. Like, yeah, he had his like, I'm not to downplay his role that he played for Canada, but he had like his 15 minutes of fame, and now he's going back into the shadows. Like, yes, he might still have some roles. He plays like any other former president of the United States do. You kind of go into the limelight. You're not really focused. Nobody really talks about you like that, but we remember you, and you could still be active in the political community, but not as much as you was, and weren't the front face center when they were in presidency or when they were the prime minister. And that's exactly what I see here with Justin Trudeau. He has taken a much more fallen back pace of life. And because of that, meeting somebody like Katy Perry is new, refreshing, different, like, wow. apparently he's known and following in his father's footsteps. Hey, I don't know. Is he trying to live up to something that I don't know? I don't know. That's just all the rumors and naysayers. But what I see here is something completely different. But I just have to put that out there that there is just some people that are just trying to come up and say that this is the best way they could say it is that this is so out of character, but yet in character for Justin. So there are people that are like concerned, but also not surprised. So because of that, maybe it's the age difference that they're feeling. Maybe it's the fact that they are from different nationalities. I don't know. Maybe it's because she's a pop star and he's a politician, and it could be like stereotypical cliche categorizing kind of ordeal. So you don't know how, I don't know how they how his family and loved ones could be feeling, but that's just what's portrayed on the internet. So because of that, I don't know, the cards tell me that the more that they keep to themselves, even in their private lives, they will be able to sustain a more closer bonder, a more closer, stronger bond with each other. And right here in their future, I see the Eight of Wands. Usually that symbolizes moving on, but I see right here that this is the, okay. I see this right here is the spark that is going to ignite the flame, the relationship, the energy within them. I see instead of moving forward, like no, actually yes, they are going to be moving forward with a relationship. It's going to go gun ho, step like pedal to the metal max. But like I said, that's just going to be what's going to happen behind closed doors. I'm not sure if marriage or engagement's on the line anytime soon. I don't think they're going to step it up that quickly. But maybe with the well, they're already having some really good conversations right now. So whatever it is, it just seems like something is going to bond them together even more, that makes them realize that they want to maybe continue living possibly the rest of their lives together. So I want to pull some cards. I'm going to pull 2 cards for Justin and then 2 cards for Katy Perry. Okay, Justin. And then I'm going to pull some outcome cards. So Justin Trudeau, I want to know, are you in a midlife crisis? Are you following after your father? What is it? Is Katy Perry igniting something within you that you've never felt before? Okay. We have truth and we have support. Wow. I definitely see that he is that whatever him and Katy Perry has, he feels supported by her and he wants to support her, but also at the same time there is some truth. He's really being honest. He's truly being his authentic self. Maybe around Katy Perry, he's actually able to let his guard down and put down the mask and just be Justin Trudeau, the human being Justin Trudeau, and not the Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. So because of that, he's able to finally allow somebody in and see the softer parts and sides of him. And he feels like Katy Perry is the one. He's able to do that again. And it's almost like a soft spot where like maybe he thought he was going to find somebody that's going to make him feel that way again. And just because he did, it's just like, wow, I really want to protect this. So what do I see for Katy Perry? I want to know, how does Katy Perry feel now that she's been separated? She was also in a long-term committed relationship. So what is it with her and Justin Trudeau? Is she drawn to him because he's different? Is it because she's just into older men and she's into the maturity? Is she looking for something mature? Let's see. We see freedom. Oh, and a goodbye. Well, this is quite interesting. I think the goodbye is a very good complimentary card for freedom, because when you're free, you did say goodbye, bye-bye to something that wasn't serving you right. And now you feel free, like a burden has been lifted off of you, and you're able to do and be as you please. And maybe that's something Justin Trudeau allows Katy Perry to be and feel. Maybe Orlando Bloom made her feel suffocated and felt like she couldn't live as freely as she could. I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm just guessing. I'm looking at this freedom card. And now when it comes to Justin Trudeau, yeah, she's super busy with her tour. And while he may not be able to stop at every tour date and see her at every concert, he was able to stop by the Canadian one, but he can't follow her around the world. While she's free in that sense, they're still checking in on FaceTime, chatting with each other. So she's allowed to travel and be away and know that there is some sort of safety and security with Justin, that he might not step out, and that she can be free and not have to worry and think and stay up late at night wondering, are you cheating? Are you doing this? Am I too gone? Like, all those things that come in the way. So because of that, let's pick out 3 cards now to symbolize their outcome. A woman, okay. A red rose, okay. And a broom, ooh, literally. So could this be a woman, Katy Perry, with the red rose coming in with passion and love and sweeping away like a broom the negative energy that was in Justin Trudeau's life? We could read it that way, that Katy Perry has healed something within Justin Trudeau, or we could see that there is a woman in here and that was Katy Perry, and in came love with this red rose, passionate energy that she felt was reuniting and felt like completing within herself. And that was that broom energy that swept away all those negative thoughts, negative experiences that once hurt her and now no longer does. We could also look at it that way. Excuse me. But what I definitely see here is something positive, something healing, and something definitely being restored. No matter how many different angles, which ways I try to look at it, no matter how much I try to plot in a little storyline that could take us on a side tangent, we come right back to the fact that there is something solid and something sustainable within the relationship. And maybe it took all this time. Maybe they needed to be committed all those years to their partners just for this moment, just for today, just for them to meet each other finally. And it was all destined and planned. And even though they spend all their time and years with that partner, just like sometimes you spend your whole entire life looking for the right one. And then when you finally find that right one, it's like they die on you. And you're just like, I've waited all this time for you. Well, that's because you needed that experience, because the next person that you're going to meet after that, hopefully, is if you don't allow that experience to bitter you and make you feel closed and reserved and say, forget love. I'm not worthy of love. I don't deserve love. I don't want nobody else's love but my partner's love. If you can get past that, then that next person that's waiting for you is exactly the person that was meant for you. So because of that, I hope you enjoyed that weirdly inspirational story. So with that being said, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. It would really mean a lot to the channel. I would really appreciate it. We would really appreciate it. Please and thank you. Please like this video and share this with anybody that's into Justin Trudeau, into Katy Perry, into news with tarot, into tarot. Or hey, if anybody just wants some inspirational, maybe you know somebody that could be feeling these types of things or going through this type of relationship or situation in their life, and you know somebody that could need this pick me up, send this to them. Or hey, if you was that person that got me that got that pick me up, give this video a thumbs up and please consider subscribing. And with that being said, leave your comments down below. How do you feel about Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau's relationship? And I will see you sunflowers in the next one. Sunflowers.